Cowboys and Aliens, an alien sci-fi romance. A Tale from the Colony. Written and narrated by Demelza Carlton. Chapter 1. All right, everyone, you know the drill. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday. Rana's voice was quickly drowned out by the rest of the office as they took up the song. She'd never admit it to anyone, but this was why she organised birthday morning teas for the office. Not for the cake, not for the smiles, though both were wonderful, but for the shared song, air vibrating in a dozen or more throats in harmony and joy. For an air elemental like her, it was as close as she came to bliss these days. If that cake tasted as good as it looked, this would definitely qualify as her best birthday ever. "Now cut the cake and make a wish," someone said. Rana took the knife gingerly. It was big enough to cut the whole cake in two, and the pastry chef at Sweet Teeth had gone to so much trouble with the airy whirls of cream and frosting, and touched the blade to the top of the cake. "Make a wish! Make a wish!" It seemed everyone took up the chant. The blade slid through the cake like it was little more than air. She wished she could make a connection with someone she could spend time with. It didn't have to be another air elemental. Stars knew most of her people had perished when their colony ship, the Titanic, had been destroyed at the beginning of the war, blown out with the ship's air supply, to die slowly for want of air and energy in the vacuum of space. No, just someone whose company she enjoyed, who liked spending time with her, someone who cared enough about her to remember her birthday, and maybe share her birthday dinner tonight, instead of heading home alone to fall into bed, exhausted. Not that she had time to meet anyone, let alone go out for dinner lately. Especially when her boss kept her so busy she could barely catch her breath most days. Rana! Stars. Was Ira's meeting with Paris over already? Usually his meetings with the counselling staff took longer. The mental health problems in the colony weren't going to simply go away, not after they'd lost so much, both in leaving their homes and then during the war here. That's why it was so important to celebrate what they could. Birthdays, anniversaries, all the small victories that proclaimed to the universe that they were still here, still fighting to live and be happy. Rana handed the cake knife to one of the detectives, excused herself, and headed over to Ira. "Yes, sir?" she asked, summoning a smile.
"Sample complete. Ready to continue?"